This woman was already pregnant. When she first met Frank, she got straight to the point with him. 5 months later, the woman gave birth to a child. Frank decided to fulfill his duties as a husband and father. He married the woman. He devoted himself to caring for the family, but the woman always neglected the child. She would go out by herself to have fun. Their relationship became distant. Frank began to question everything that had happened. That night, he carried the child to look for the woman. He finally discovered the truth at a bar. When they returned home, Frank confronted her about whether the child was his. The woman just smiled. The woman died on the spot. At that moment, water droplets fell on the woman's forehead. Only then did Frank remember the child was still bathing in the bathtub. It was too late for everything. Frank went to prison. Years later, Frank escaped from prison. At a supermarket, he encountered a boy named Henry. Frank wanted Henry to help him. He had an abdominal injury. Frank saw Henry's mother. They both walked over. Henry told his mother that he needed help. Faced with Frank's request, Dell sensed something was wrong. So she refused Frank, but Frank gave her a reason she couldn't refuse.
Frankly, this needs to happen.
Her son was right there with Frank. Dell had no choice but to comply. Seeing police cars on the road, Dell didn't dare stop, so they returned to Dell's house. Frank thought this was a good hiding place. Then he confessed everything. He was an escaped convict from a prison hospital. Dell secretly grabbed a weapon for protection, but she was too frightened. Frank noticed Dell's nervousness. He told Dell that he would leave that very night. He would absolutely not harm them, but the tension continued to spread among the three of them, especially with the TV reports about Frank, which intensified their anxiety. To prevent Dell from doing anything rash, Frank had no choice but to tie Dell up. He tied her very gently, as if afraid of hurting her. Then Frank decided to cook a meal for the family. He also had Henry help him. After the meal was ready, Frank personally fed Dell. The whole scene was both intimate and eerie. When night came, Frank prepared to leave, but there were still police cars patrolling outside. Frank realized he couldn't leave that night. He would have to spend the night there.